Hi, welcome to Pictures, Noise and Words. I'm Hedgy.
I'm Paz.
And this is Cobra and the Lotus. Been around for a while now, haven't they? I would say.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Well, I reckon 10 years that I can probably
to be their fifth album, so
confidently put my finger on about. Yeah. I've always liked Cobra and Lotus. I haven't got everything that they've done, but everything I've heard I've liked. Which is a strange thing to say. And the other strange thing about this band for me is their first album, their very first one. Something like The Pit or something?
Yeah, Into the Pit.
Into the Pit, was it?
Yeah.
It was so different from everything that came after it. Her voice changed beyond recognition between the first album.
Well, the bands are growing into something slightly different. They're a lot more metally back in the day. I imagine it's all still there. They're just more polished and stuff.
But the voice changed beyond recognition, though, from one album to the next, from the first album to the next album. I can remember going back and having to check that it was the same person.
It felt like she's quite squeaky in that first album, and then suddenly she's got this really.
This seems more like
awesome
her natural voice.
Yeah.
Whereas that felt like. Anyway, we're not here to talk about that, are we? But.
I'm a big fan. I just love the tone and the richness of her voice.
She's got a great voice, absolutely great voice. Yeah. I just think of this band as a band you would like if you liked Unleash the Archers. They're not the same.
No.
But I think if you like that band, you'll like this band, and vice versa. Because they've got really good sort of musicianship, and they've got such a really good strong front woman. So. This is a new song called Burn off this album called Evolution. Not out till September, so time to save up. No, it's August now.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting
6 weeks away.
Yeah. So, September the 20th this is out, the album. So I have not heard this at all. I don't think I heard actually the last Cobra and Lotus album.
Prevail 2.
Yeah, don't think I've heard that.
You've heard one off it.
I've done a song off it because I've done I did some Cobra, and it's one of those bands I always think, I really like this band, I must go and get more of their stuff, and then just for some reason didn't, because I'm easily distracted is probably the reason. But you'll probably have more to say about this because you're have you seen them live?
About 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, I've never seen them. Yeah, never seen them. So, anyway, this is Burn, Cobra and the Lotus.
Yeah, better.
Pardon?
I must have regaled you with that story before.
What, sorry?
Met Cobra, she sold me a t-shirt.
Oh, yes, I seem to remember you
mentioned it last time.
She shook your hand, and you've still not washed it.
Oh.
Yeah. What am I doing? I've lost my thread. There we go.
Yes, I do. I hate the way I
Yeah, that's your lot.
Yep.
Do we go first? There's still a minute and a half left in that song for me. It's far too short.
It is too short.
It's okay.
Yeah, that's what I think. It's okay.
The sound is well. We've talked about production and mix before. I think they've got that spot on. That energy comes through, and it really lifts what is essentially just. I hate to say it, by the numbers rock song. And
it's not
I hate
what
myself.
I was expecting. I'm not familiar with all of their stuff. I've heard quite a lot of KOBRA and the Lotus, admittedly, just not really the last album. And also I was expecting something faster, more widdly, more metally, more exciting. But that doesn't mean it. It just wasn't what I was expecting. So I'm not saying whether that was a good or a bad thing. But what we got was a kind of a by the numbers rock song that was a bit almost in from a different genre.
Well, they have slowly moved from their metal roots to a more hard rock thing. But having said that,
it was all right. I wouldn't turn it off if it came on, but they've done some really special stuff.
Yeah, burn to the ground. I mean, that takes 10 seconds to make up, that really, doesn't it? I think I'm expecting more from them because they can do better, and I've heard them do better than that as a lead single or lead video.
I really like the earlier albums. Yeah. There's some really good stuff on it, and you could really get into it. But there's just, that song's going to be followed by an advert for pizza on the radio, isn't it? It's
yeah, I just wonder if that's what they're going for these days.
Is that just my musical snobbery? Saying it's too commercial sounding.
Yeah, maybe it's just that one of those things where they're slowly moving away to something that's a bit more radio friendly. I mean, it's still got riffs and a bit of punch to it, but there's other than that, I think.
I'm not sure it is my musical snobbery, because there's lots of bands out there that write songs, radio friendly songs, and they're not for me, and off they go. I don't get into that sort of thing. My thing here is, this is a band that I do know. I don't know everything they've done, but I do know them, and I've heard some really good stuff by them, heard some good albums by them in the past. And now I'm hearing something that fits more into that other radio-friendly crowd. So that's my problem. It's not that they've produced a song that is like that by the numbers, as if they were just some band. It's because a band I know can do really cool stuff has produced a song that's like that. So I guess I think I was thinking meh. I think that's my problem. And I was expecting to go, ooh.
I mean, it pains me to say, because I am a KOBRA and the Lotus fan. I've seen it several times.
You got a t-shirt. You've worn it on here.
I've got 3 of them. I've got 3, and a hat.
And a hat.
And a sticker I got. And
a sticker?
Yeah, I got a sticker with it. I think she threw that in for free.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, she doesn't remember me.
She remembers you. Should we watch this, guys? It's Pete. There he is. I shook his hand. She hasn't washed her hands since.
I wish. That's good. Those two losers trashing our new single.
That's probably more likely what she's saying. She's still got a great voice, but
when you maybe it's the choice of song, or it's the way they're going. But where she hits that, she's not really hitting any high notes or all the things that I found special, or do find special, like KOBRA and the Lotus, weren't really in it, apart from the bob-on mix, because that really was tremendously produced and mixed. But you can sprinkle any kind of style over substance, I think is what that is, because there's no whittle, there's no really clever changes, isn't it? I don't know. It I don't want to say disappointed, but I think that's probably what I am.
Yes, and just as an aside, because I've just seen something. If you watched our video of like 10 albums you probably should hear, there was a bit in there where we went off topic. You'd be surprised to hear about we've done loads and loads of reviews in the past, and you get sent the CD, or you used to. It's a lot just online these days. But anyway, you used to get sent the CD, and you would get a press release sent with it, and the press release did not resemble reality usually, and it had made up genres in it and stuff like that. And I've just read a bit that the record company has written underneath this song. So I'm just going to read out a paragraph from it, and you'll get an idea of what sort of thing goes into press releases. You ready? Here we go. The first single, Burn, ignites this chapter, talking about the new album. A hummable riff snaps into a visceral verse as the frontwoman, because they don't know who she is, directly declares, "I really hate you, yes I do." The track builds towards an incendiary and infectious chorus, hinging on a seesawing guttural groove and hitting like a sledgehammer.
That's proper press release garbage, isn't it?
You know, someone needs to point the word hyperbole out in the dictionary to this guy. The press releases are endless fun, and if I can find the press releases, I'm sure I've kept them somewhere. We will do a video on that because some of them are hilarious. But that, what? No, it was all right.
Yeah, it's all right. I just was hoping for something hoping for something more big, because we know what they are capable of, and that what didn't really showcase how good they are for me.
No. Go and check out some other KOBRA and Lotus stuff though, because they've done some really, really good stuff. Yeah. So if you don't know who they are, don't let this put you off, I think is what I would say on the end of this. Yeah. Go and check out some of their other stuff. There's some really, really good stuff out there.
I know that I probably want to move in a more different direction. I think the new album Evolution is probably suggestive of that. But it kind of makes me a bit worried what they're gonna.
It makes me a little worried when you put your singer on the cover.
Why?
Because it means it's all about me. I know that she is KOBRA.
Always has been, though.
And everything, but I think it kind of speaks of a mindset to me. You know, it's like putting Bruce Dickinson just on the cover of an Iron Maiden album. Everyone would suddenly go, "There's more than him there."
But it is KOBRA and the Lotus, so her name is in the.
I know, but I still don't like things where they just put the singer on the album cover. It's just, yeah. Anyway, let us know what you think. I'm sure you will. I'm sure there's loads of KOBRA fans out there just going to come.
Hate you too,
send us death threats. Yeah. All right. See you soon.
See you now.
Bye.